Gracious Father, we thank you for this day. Father, we thank you for allowing us to be here, Father. Father, we just want to have a special thanks and bless upon our staff here at the city government, Father. Continue to lead them and guide them, Father, in the direction we want them to go, Father. Give them the wisdom and the knowledge that you have restored them, Father. And bless this community and city in a special way, Father. We all ask and bless in your name. Amen.
Okay, select pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome. I call this City of Smith Station City Council meeting to order. Today is July 13th, 2021. The time is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Mr. Stringer, for the invocation. Thank you, Mr. Cooley, for the Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, I'd like to have a roll call vote to establish a quorum.
Yes, sir. Mr. Stringer? Here. Mr. Jackson? Here. Mr. Lanston? Here. Mr. Cooley? Here. Ms. Green? Here. Mayor Copeland?
Here. Moving right along. You received the minutes from the June 22nd, 2021 City Council meeting via hard copy as well as the email. Are there any additions or corrections?
Make a motion for the minutes to be approved as is.
Ms. Green, Mr. Cooley, thank you. Mr. Cooley,
Mayor Copeland, make a motion we suspend rules, ordinances, and resolutions so that we can address the issues on the agenda tonight.
Mr. Cooley has made a motion to suspend the rules, ordinances, and resolutions. Can I get a second? Second. Second by Mr. Lanston. I would like everyone to know that this is in order for us to expedite business that is not dealing with the changing of finances of a great deal or anything like that. Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Stringer?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Lanston?
Yes.
Mr. Cooley? Yes. Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
Yes. Moving forward. The county has changed their calendar and added another day for Christmas to Thursday, December 23rd, 2021. And the staff has somehow reminded me of that. So we're adding Thursday, December 23rd upon the council's approval, enumerating the 2021 city holiday calendar. Mr. Cooley?
Second.
Okay. Will you introduce it now, Mr.
Yes, sir. Resolution 2020-403.1, a resolution for the City of Smith Station, Alabama, amending Resolution 2020-403, enumerating the official holidays observed by the City of Smith Station, Alabama for the calendar year 2021.
All right. First and second. Mr. Cooley Green had the first and second. Are there any Scrooges here? Bob, Bug? Don't look at me. I'm only one vote. That's no. All right. Well, no discussion. I call for the vote.
One question.
Yes.
Before we vote on this. I thought Christmas has been, holidays has been the celebrating Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
So are we
Christmas
adding another day?
Christmas Day is on a Saturday this year.
Yeah.
So they added another day.
It's the 23rd, Thursday.
So actually, you're not really adding a day, in a sense.
In a sense, that's correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You still got your 2 days for Christmas.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any other discussion? I call for the vote.
Mr. Stringer?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Lanston?
Yes.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
Yeah. Miss Susan, could you please come to the lectern, please?
Sir?
Will you come to the lectern if you don't mind?
Yes, sir.
I want to introduce and get the first and second before I have any discussion, so we introduce this week.
Yes, sir. Resolution 2021-431, a resolution of the City of Smith Station, Alabama, naming Susan Lanston as the city's chief historian and archivist.
Can I get a first and a second? Ms. Cooley, can I get a second? Second, Ms. Green. Miss Susan was here on the first year when we started Founder's Day, and I was on the first Founder's Day committee with Miss Susan, and nobody loves this city and knows this city as well as she does. So with that being said, we have a lot of documentation, a lot of donations, a lot of stuff scattered in every closet and every room in this city, including the museum. It's high time that we organized and got things in order for our future generations to come back and be able to see. We've worked out somewhat of a plan to start this, and I'm going to task Miss Susan with being the city historian and archivist to get this in order by year, by alphabet, and that way students in the future can come back 20 years, 30 years from now and say, how did this happen? You know, when did this happen? And so I'm very proud of her wanting to accept this task and catalog all the inventory we have in the museum so it doesn't grow legs. And she'll also serve on the Historical Commission as the archivist and historian. Is there any discussion? Are you willing to accept it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Discussion? Not being brought forth, I call for the vote.
Yes, sir. Mr. Stringer?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Lanston?
Abstain.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Susan. 2021-432, levy annual ad valorem tax. Could you introduce that?
Yes, sir. Resolution 2021-432, a resolution for the city of Smith Station, Alabama, authorizing authorizing the annual levy on property situated within the corporate limits of the city of Smith Station, Alabama.
I get a first and second.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Jackson. This is we have to do this every year in order to receive our ad valorem tax. If we don't do it, we don't receive our taxes. So vote wisely. Any other discussion?
Mayor, make a note that it's not a new tax, this is just.
No new taxes. This is the same tax we have. I call for the vote.
Yes, sir. Mr. Stringer? Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Lanston?
Yes.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
Yes. Item 2021-433, Larry Bass, Public Works Contract.
Resolution 2021-433, a resolution for the city of Smith Station, Alabama, authorizing Mayor Copeland to enter into a contract with Larry Bush as a public works employee for the city of Smith Station.
Can I get a motion second?
Make a motion.
Second.
Y'all said it at the same time.
Either one.
Stringer, okay. As you know, we're growing leaps and bounds with our Public Works Department. Mr. Larry Bush is a hard worker, and he'll be on a 9-month contract, and then at that point, we'll establish if he needs to be employee or not. But all contracts have to go through you. On a contractual basis, he can be let go for whatever matter. So on some of these guys, we like to do that. All his preliminary testing come back clean, so he's a good, safe employee to have around. So, any other discussion? Have a roll call vote.
Yes, sir. Mr. Stringer?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson? Mr. Lanston?
Yes.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
Yes. We were approached by Lee County to help with the traffic issue at the high school. It is very, very bad in the mornings and in the evenings, and absolutely 100% total disrespect for drivers. So we have come up with a formulated plan to purchase 2 traffic speed signage for the front of Smith Station High School. These signs will have a permanent speed limit on the bottom, a flashing speed limit on top, a radar, and a red and green. If you go above that, it will flash and then take a picture of your car in the future. Therefore, trying to help with this situation at the high school. Our principals are almost getting run over because people are texting and driving and so on and so forth. Be responsible. So with that being said, I'd like for Mr. Bryce to introduce this.
Yes, sir. Resolution 2021-434, a resolution for the city of Smith Station, Alabama, to approve the purchase of 2 traffic speeding signs for Smith Station High School.
Mr. Cooley, any discussion?
Just for a matter of record, that we are doing this, but we are getting reimbursed for these from the school.
That's exactly right.
So those listening are.
Also, to piggyback on what you said, we did a traffic study here that did not warrant a light. And so this is our way of helping out working with our fellow people in our city. None other discussion, I call for the vote.
Yes, sir. Mr. Stringer?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson? Yes. Mr. Langston?
Yes.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
Yes. Item 2021-435, reimburse executive assistant cell phone usage. As you know, Cammy Billingsley has now been taking on as the executive assistant for the mayor's office, and she does not want to tote 2 phones. So we started this policy with people that wanted to have 1 phone and cutting their phone bill in half and paying half. The amount is $37.50. We introduced this.
Yes, sir. Resolution 2021-435, a resolution for the city of Smith Station, Alabama to reimburse executive assistant Cammy Billingsley for cell phone usage.
Can I get a first and second?
Motion approved.
Second.
Agree. Any discussion?
Now, that means that you're available 24/7.
And as Rick said, it also means her phone is now a matter of public record after we vote. Any other discussion? None being brought forth, I call for the vote.
Yes, sir. Mr. Stringer?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Lanston?
Yes.
Mr. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mayor Copeland?
I wish to abstain because of her being the assistant.
Okay.
There are a few times in your life when you have a true friend. They say at the end of your life, if you can count on one finger how many friends you have who've done something. And I'd like to recognize a true friend of mine, and that is our city attorney, Mr. Rick Chancey. So you come stand here with me.
Yes, sir.
Rick has been the city attorney for 20 years, and I'm fixing to get him in a lot of trouble with his wife. But in 20 years, he's probably charged us a total of 1 year. He cares about this city. He loves this city. He is proud of this city. And his future is looking very, very bright. And after 20 years of hard service for this city, making hard decisions and putting up with LaFay and me, I think he deserves a proclamation. Whereas the recognition of outstanding service, let it be known that the Mayor of Smith Station City Council wants to celebrate City Attorney Rick Chancey for 20 years of dedicated service to the community of Smith Station. And whereas Mr. Chancey has dedicated his life to this community and has demonstrated in many practical ways his deep and genuine love for the city and the surrounding area. And whereas Mr. Chancey has served the city with distinction by performing all duties and responsibilities of a distinguished city attorney and demonstrated his willingness to place his concern for public good above his own personal interest. And whereas, in recognition to the excellent record you have compelled during your 20 years of service to the city of Smith Station, it is our pleasure to present you with the certificate. On behalf of the city of Smith Station, Alabama, I, Mayor F.L. Bubba Copeland, extend congratulations to the City Council attainment of the milestone and our sincere appreciation and thanks for the many years of loyal service. I appreciate you. His favorite word is liability.
Isn't that a liability?
Totally with yours.
Well, we're not getting rid of that.
So, Mayor had mentioned to me a few weeks ago that he might do something like this at Founder's Day, and I'm much happier that it is here in a much smaller setting than in front of a large group, but I appreciate that. Really, the main thing I'm shocked is that it said 20 years. I was sitting here thinking about this just a minute ago, and thinking, how long has it been? And it's been 20 years. When we started in a small mobile home across the tracks over there on the Water Authority property, with some of you guys that have been here for the long haul. And I remember all of our city council members who've come and gone. I have been reading a speech. You guys need to read it. It's called The Man in the Arena by Theodore Roosevelt. An amazing speech. And the part I take out of it today is that what it talks about, among other things, is not only remembering where you came from and all those that have done the hard work to get you where you are today, But it's you guys who are in the arena. A lot of people like to be cynics, especially in social media world today, to sit back and comment on how other people do things or don't do things. And I want to thank all of you guys and all those who have preceded you for jumping into this arena. It looks like fun sitting right here, but sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes you got to make hard decisions. But all of you, I think, have done a great job bringing Smith Station from what it was to what it is today. Not only y'all, but the people that have come before you. Don't forget about everybody who's worked hard. But I want to thank y'all for getting in here and getting, messy and doing all the hard work, taking the criticism, taking the praise, whatever comes along with it. It's amazing when I used to serve the Brunswick stew over there in the pots across the street for the barbecue in Smith Station from where it is today. Some of y'all are old enough to remember that. But I've known all of you, most everybody in this room, a long time, more than 20 years. Some of you taught me. And my wife, who finished in '88, Tracy, Smith Station, 1988. Caitlin, sometime after that. Sometime before that. So I appreciate, and my mom is here, Charlotte, and Brenda, my mother-in-law. So we got a great group here to see. Shocked me and surprised me. I guess I'm not getting supper cooked at home for me tonight. But thank y'all all for all, because it's amazing what the city has done in 20 years, and they couldn't have done it but for people like y'all. And for the mayor to thank me is amazing, because if you want to relax and sit down and not do anything, don't be around Bubba Copeland, because he's not going to let you sit down and relax. He's got a plan every day, and all of you do. And I appreciate for all y'all do for this city. It's an amazing group of people, and we're lucky to have all of you.
Thank you, Rick. Rick.
Just stand up there 1 minute. I see a little bit different than now, 20 years ago. I didn't see it in gray. Yeah. I didn't see a little bit of stomach 20 years ago. But thank you, I've been doing it a long time now. And it really is personality the same, attitude is the same. He's always a front guy. We really appreciate you.
You really do.
Excellent. Thanks for being with us.
My driver's ed teacher just said that from 1984.
That explains a lot about your driving. Mr. Bryce, did anyone sign in, please, for public comments?
No one has signed it.
At this time, I'd like to allow the city council to add anything they'd like to.
I just want to publicly say, I know we got a lot of the staff here, that Founder's Day went wonderful. I think you all did an excellent job. I know you worked very hard. Even a lot of the council members did with traffic. It was a great day. Thank you again, and look forward to maybe our next milestone. I don't know if that'll be 5 years, 10 years, but let's do something.
Yeah. I'm very proud of a 19-year-old kid named Taylor Grabowski that, 20 now, I'm sorry, he's turned 20, that got thrown in the fire and has come out on the other side shining like a new penny. Hardest working kid I've ever met, and truly cares. She's going to go far. She didn't do it alone, but she was the backbone of that, and a lot of people put it forth and worked hard on that. And I will put my staff up to any staff of the city anywhere. We work hard, they work hard, and I'm proud of them, and thank you for recognizing them. Anyone else? I would like to report to the public that we are confirmed, have moved from the 5th fastest growing city in the state to the 3rd fastest growing city in the state, confirmed by the state. Now if we could just get commercial. It'll come. At this time, I'd like to recognize my good buddy Chris Gates from CTV Beam for always being here on time. Thank you, Chris. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion, we adjourn.
Well, this is meeting adjourned.
Take a second. Second. Meeting adjourned.